Some people walk into success as though it was always theirs. Others arrive at the door and hesitate, hand raised to knock, voice asking quietly, "Do I actually deserve to be here?" If you have ever felt the second version, this session was made for you. Imposter syndrome is not a personality flaw. It is not evidence that you are in over your head. It is the gap between the success you are standing inside and the internal story that has not yet caught up with it. And here is the thing about that gap. It does not close by achieving more. Every person who has pursued achievement as the cure for feeling undeserving will tell you the same thing. The finish line moves. You get the promotion and immediately find a new reason you are not quite there yet. You reach the goal, and the celebration lasts exactly long enough for the next standard to install itself. The gap closes from the inside, not by doing more, by deciding firmly, repeatedly, without waiting for unanimous external confirmation, that success is not something that happens to more qualified people. It is something that happens to people who believe they deserve it and build accordingly. You are one of those people. You have always been one of those people. Sit up, shoulders back, and speak today as the person who has stopped waiting for proof that they belong. Because belonging was never something that required proof. It only ever required a decision. Each line is a decision, not a feeling you are waiting to have, not a truth you are hoping will arrive. A deliberate, conscious choice to occupy the success you have been building toward. Make it. I deserve success. Not a watered-down version designed to feel safer to want, but the full, specific, unapologetic success I have been working toward. I release the imposter that lives at the intersection of achievement and self-doubt, the voice that says I got here by accident and will be found out any day now. Success is not distributed to the most confident people. It is built by the most persistent ones. And I am persistent. I choose to occupy my achievements fully, to own them, speak about them without minimizing, and refuse to attribute them entirely to luck or timing. I am not too young, too old, too new, or too different to build the career, the business, or the legacy I have been quietly designing. I release the habit of preemptively apologizing for my ambition, of softening my goals so that other people find them easier to support. Not lucky to be here, qualified, prepared, capable, the right person in the right place, doing work that is genuinely mine to do. I choose to negotiate, ask, pitch, and position myself as someone whose work has value because it does, and because no one will advocate for that value more than I will. I release the version of humility that is actually self-erasure, that mistakes shrinking for grace and silence for professionalism. Every skill I have, I built. Every room I am in, I earned my way into. I stopped treating my own history as accidental. I deserve to be well compensated, widely recognized, and given the resources to do the work I was built to do. I release the fear that wanting success publicly, speaking about my goals, celebrating my wins, is arrogance dressed up as confidence. I am the kind of professional, creator, leader, or builder who gets results. And I speak about myself as that person, not as someone still proving it. I release every mentor, manager, or voice from my past that taught me to make myself easier to overlook in order to avoid making others uncomfortable. Success that is built on my terms, aligned with my values, serving my purpose, sustainable for my life, is the only kind worth building. I choose to take up professional space, to put my name forward, to claim credit, to sit at the table without waiting to be invited twice. I release the guilt of outpacing the people who started alongside me. My growth is not a subtraction from theirs. I deserve a career that rewards me in full proportion to what I bring, financially, creatively, and in the respect I am shown by the people I work with. I stop treating my ambition as a private thing to be managed quietly and start treating it as the engine of everything worthwhile I am building. I release the version of success I inherited from people who played small and called it wisdom. I define my own ceiling. I am building something that matters, and I deserve the resources, the platform, and the recognition to build it at the scale it deserves. I choose visibility, not performance, genuine professional visibility, the kind that puts my work in front of the people who need it most. I release the self-sabotage that arrives dressed as perfectionism, the refusal to ship, publish, launch, or commit until everything is impossibly flawless. I deserve collaborators, clients, and opportunities that match the quality of what I offer. And I stop accepting less out of fear that nothing better will come. I am someone who finishes things, who follows through, delivers on promises, and builds a reputation that speaks before I have to. I release every story about what people from my background, my industry, or my starting point do not get to have. I am rewriting that story with every decision I make. I deserve success, and I deserve to enjoy it, to celebrate it, rest inside it, and let it fund the next chapter without immediately minimizing what it took to get here. I choose to invest in myself, in my skills, my tools, my growth, my presentation, as someone who fully intends to build something worth investing in. I release the scarcity that makes me hold back, hedge my bets, and pursue success at half power in case full power leads to visible failure. I deserve success. I have always deserved it. And starting today, I carry myself exactly like someone who knows that. You are not petitioning for success. You are claiming it, the way someone who built something real claims the result of their own work. Speak each manifestation as a professional who has decided the next chapter will match the size of everything they have already invested. I manifest a level of professional success so undeniable and so aligned that imposter syndrome loses its grip completely and permanently. I manifest the specific opportunity, the deal, the role, the contract, the breakthrough that changes the trajectory of my career in this season. I manifest a reputation so solid and so well-earned that opportunities begin finding me rather than requiring me to chase every single one. I manifest complete freedom from the self-sabotage cycle, from the pattern of building momentum and then quietly dismantling it before anyone can witness the full result. I manifest a career so aligned with my purpose that the work energizes me rather than depletes me, that showing up for it feels like the most natural thing I do. I manifest the income my work deserves, not the income I have been willing to accept, but the number that honestly reflects the value I am creating. I manifest a professional circle so encouraging, so skilled, and so genuinely invested in mutual growth that rising together becomes the default rather than the exception. I manifest complete confidence in rooms where I previously felt like the least qualified person, walking in as someone who belongs, speaking as someone who knows their value. I manifest a business, a project, or a body of work so precisely built from my strengths that success within it feels like the most honest version of who I am. I manifest that every skill I have developed in private begins producing visible, documented, undeniable results in public. I manifest freedom from the version of professionalism that required me to erase my personality, my background, and my particular way of seeing the world in order to fit in. I manifest a client, an employer, a collaborator, or an audience that values exactly what I bring, who would not trade my specific contribution for a more generic one. I manifest the courage to ask for the raise, pitch for the project, apply for the position, and launch the idea, and the grounded confidence to do all of it without over-explaining my credentials. I manifest a success story so particular to my path that it becomes an inspiration to everyone who shares my background, my starting point, or my specific set of obstacles. I manifest complete release from every professional relationship that required me to be less in order for the other person to feel more. I manifest a legacy, professional, creative, financial, and human, built intentionally, executed consistently, and eventually impossible to overlook. I manifest the discipline to do the unsexy work, the preparation, the practice, the repetition that makes the visible success look effortless from the outside. I manifest recognition, genuine, specific, well-earned recognition for work I have been doing at full effort without always being fully seen. I manifest a version of success that includes rest, joy, and a life outside of work. Not the burnout model, but the sustainable, fully inhabited kind. I manifest that the doors I have been knocking on open, and that when they do, I walk through them without pausing to ask whether I deserve to be on the other side. I manifest complete alignment between the size of my vision and the size of my daily actions, closing the gap between what I intend and what I actually build. I manifest financial success so consistent and so reliable that making decisions from scarcity becomes a thing of the past. I manifest a professional identity so clear and so owned that I can describe what I do, why I do it, and who it is for, with precision, with pride, and without apology. If this session named something you have been carrying around professionally, the quiet doubt, the hesitation at the door, subscribe. Come back every day. Building the internal foundation for success is not a single session job. It is the daily practice of choosing to believe you belong before the world confirms it. Like this video, every like puts this session in front of someone who is talented, working hard, and still quietly wondering whether they deserve what they are building toward. You could be the reason they stop wondering. In the comments, name the success you are claiming right now. Name it specifically. Say it like someone who means it. Let the comment section be a room full of people who have decided, today, to stop hesitating at the door. Share this with someone in your life who is talented beyond what they give themselves credit for, who keeps doing the work and still holds back from fully claiming the result. Send them this. Let it do what a conversation might not be able to. The most dangerous version of self-doubt is the kind that lets you keep working while quietly convincing you that the results do not fully belong to you. You worked for what you have built. You earned the rooms you are in. You developed every skill that got you here. None of it was an accident. None of it was luck pretending to be competence. It was you. It has always been you. Go own it. Fully. Out loud, without the footnote that says, but I still have so far to go. You do, and you will get there, starting from exactly where you are standing right now.